gon' respect it, cause this is West Texas.
For the third straight week, the Central Bobcats just checking to see if we're LIVIN living, baby. Because for the third straight game, yeah, they made us want to check the old blood pressure, make sure that the old ticker was working. 45-38 winners tonight in very, very dramatic fashion over Kinseals, the Vanderbilt commit, and the Weatherford Kangaroos. My goodness, folks, welcome to San Angelo Stadium. I'm Manny Diaz. Highlights galore. The Kangaroos gave us a game in the second half, but it was the Bobcats who did something for the second straight week, finished a ball game. Not to mention, how about your boy, number 32, Chris Jackson, finally with a breakout game. We're gonna hear from him, plus the QB1 Malachi Brown. But overall, folks, it was Brent Davis, the moxie of Brent Davis, how he wanted to finish this one. That's the story tonight, along with those W&W AFCO Steel sounds of the game here on homecoming night. But first things first, how about those Twisted Root highlights?
Battle the QB1s to open the district season. Malachi Brown and the Central Bobcats taking on the number one ranked pro-style quarterback in Texas, Kinseals, and the Weatherford Kangaroos. The Bobcats won the toss and said, hey, we want the rock first. Opening drive, Central knocking on the door. Brown looking in the direction of Joseph Gathachup for the 14-yard touchdown, 7-0 Bobcats. Next Weatherford drive, the future Vanderbilt quarterback to Nicholas Swakal, and moving the rock for the 43-yard gain. The Roos would have to settle for a 17-yard field goal to make it 7-3 Central. Next Cats possession, Brown finds Jalen Lifesty. Look out for this kid doing some big things this season. Good for the first down here. Later in the drive, Brown to another Dude of the Day nominee, Christian Gabaldon, making a nice grab in the corner of the end zone. Got him, coach, extending the Cats' lead 14-3. Second quarter now, Brown, the Bobcats, back at it. The QB1 showed us earlier what he could do with his arm. Here, showing us what he can do with those legs and that speed. Malachi off to the races for the 34-yard touchdown, and it's 21-3 Bobcats just like that. Ensuing Weatherford drive, Seals gets loose, a kid that can certainly get behind his pads and run, but watch Ty Casey forcing the fumble. Ball on the carpet. Bobcats recover a Community Medical Center Play of the Game nominee. Central now working with some great field position and taking full advantage of it here. Brown to Dabbert. Dab powers through a face mask grab to reach the end zone, giving Central the 28-3 lead. The Cats would take a 31-10 advantage into the break. To the fourth, where it got real interesting. Weatherford on the comeback trail down 31-24. Let's make it 31-31, shall we? Seals to his guy, Des Forrest, for the 27-yard pitch and catch, and we have a brand new ball game. Next Central drive, been waiting for a Chris Jackson breakout kind of run. Well, here we got it. Number 32 taking the rock and going 71 yards before he was finally brought down deep in the heart of Weatherford territory. A Community Medical Center Play of the Game nominee. A few plays later, Central facing third and goal, but no dice, bringing up fourth down. Fourth and goal now. Brent Davis talks about this decision coming up in the postgame sound presented by Guild Mortgage, and what a call as Malachi sneaks it in for the go-ahead touchdown to make it 38-31 Central. No doubt a Community Medical Center Play of the Game nominee. But the Roos saying, we didn't come this far just to come this far. Handoff to this guy, Des Forrest, for the 18-yard house call. Game tied at 38. Now with 2:30 left in the game, the Bobcats giving the fans a reason to wave the towels. Brown to Gabaldon for the big gain of 21 on the play. Very next play, how about this pitch and catch here? Malachi to Jalen Lifesty. Wow, what a grab to move the chains. Under 20 seconds to go, last week Central was the comeback Cats. This week, how about the cardiac Cats? Brown taking the rock and going 26 yards to the 5-yard line with 12 seconds to go. Very next play, holla at your boy. Brown saying, y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to get the heck up out of here for the 5-yard touchdown. Ball game. How about that Texas Bank scoreboard? Cats win it in thrilling fashion, 45-38. Malachi Brown dazzling the crowd on homecoming night with 6 total touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 3 in the air, while Chris Jackson led the way in rushing with 108 yards. After the game, the Cats talked about the dub, what went into the decision to go for it on 4th and goal to go up 38-31, and of course, the dude of the day, the Cats' best wide receiver of the night.
Last week you guys pulled out a second half game. This week you did it again. Talk about what you guys are about.
Well, just playing to the end. That's the biggest thing that we're learning how to do. Our defense played great tonight. I know we gave up some points, but this quarterback Seals and the running back Dez, man, those guys are as good as we're going to see. I got all the respect in the world for Coach. He gets them prepared. What a wonderful job he's done at Weatherford, man. He's turned those guys into winners, and give him credit.
It was a great game, especially a great first half. Of course, it could have been better second half, but we stepped up when it counted. Mal ran great, and O-line blocked good. Chris ran amazing, and it was a great game at the end.
I saw the interviews with them. They were talking, trying to ruin our homecoming. That's the only thing we came out here with. So we just came to put up points, and that's what we did and finished the game.
The only time we really stopped we stopped ourselves, with bad penalties and things like getting off schedule. But I thought we played excellent on offense, and Malachi led us, and our receivers caught the ball extremely well tonight. Chris Jackson, another great game. Just the big play he had that you got the momentum back for us was a big deal too.
Talk about that play that really sprung you in that. Give me the nuts and bolts of that. What did you see in that?
It was pretty bad. I took it, man, just took off with it. Coach told me to hit it hard, so I hit it hard and took off with it.
He's a hard fighter. Yeah, he kind of took some weight off my shoulders trying to get down the field. That he got down there, so that was great. I was already cramping up, so.
I don't think a field goal would have won the game with that much time left. That Ken Seals is a player, man. His receivers ran great routes and caught the ball wonderful, and I wasn't going to kick a field goal and let them have a chance to go score a touchdown. If we get it, it's great, and if we don't, then they got to go 99 on us. So there was no, as soon as I had the 4th and 1, we were going to do it.
It was a touchdown apiece. Who gets the dude of the day award today?
As much as I hate to say it, I'd give it to him today. 4th quarter, 2 minutes left. Huge play to get us going, get us out of our own side of the field there, and start up our game-winning drive. So, plus his touchdown, I'll give it to him today.
I'm going to have to say me. I kind of stepped up when it counted because, they had all eyes on Tanner, and he was making good plays in the first half, and I don't blame him. I mean, dude's a stud, so. But no, I'd have to give it to me for the last drive, and either way, we both played our butts off, and we got the W, and that's all that matters for sure.
Well, time for our San Angelo Community Medical Center play of the game. Plenty of Showtime plays tonight, but the play of the game goes to the senior running back, Chris Jackson. This 71-yard run late in the 4th quarter, setting up Malachi Brown to punch it in for the game-winning touchdown, was gold. Chris Jackson led the Cats in rushing with 108 yards on the night. A huge part, no doubt, of the Week 5 win, and his big run is good for this week's San Angelo Community Medical Center play of the game. As the weeks go by, I tell you, we're learning more and more about this Bobcat team, not to mention the central coaching staff. Not only did defensive coordinator Joshua Willis put together a great game plan to contain the future SEC quarterback Ken Seals, but how about the moxie shown by head coach Brent Davis and offensive coordinator Kevin Crane to take control of this game from the very get-go? The Central offense was on point, producing touchdowns in 5 consecutive drives and did not settle for a punt until the 3rd quarter. More importantly, Brent Davis showed us the confidence in his team to go for the touchdown and not the field goal on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line with the game tied at 31 late in the 4th quarter. Anyone and everyone can make the calls when breaking down the game the next day, but in the heat of the moment, it's another. It's moments like we witnessed late in this one that will certainly set the table for games to come in this tough District 3-6A season.
What a game, what a night. The Central Bobcats, big-time winners over the Weatherford Kangaroos, 45-38 to kickstart district play with a bang. 1-0, in the season that truly matters the most. Meanwhile, I'd like to extend a special shout out to River Zubia, operations manager for the Angry Orange, named Homecoming King tonight. So proud of you, sir. All right, moving forward, well, the Bobcats get a very good opponent next week in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Euless Trinity. They're coming off a crosstown showdown against LD Bell, in which they beat the Blue Raiders 42-7. Last year was what it was. The Trojans blew out the Bobcats big time. Most certainly the Angry Orange looking for a little payback in this one next week. All right, but before we leave you tonight, how about those W&W AFCO Steel sounds of the game? Yeah, on homecoming night, which looked like the mums were just a mile long, not to mention that amazing Bobcat band, sounding oh so good. All right, for the San Angelo Live Cover 1 crew, I'm Manny Diaz. Good night, God bless. We'll see you in week 6.
Play within your step. All right, got it. We go.
Again.
It's okay. There's Gus basket. Stick 'em, you know? We're hoping for a good game. Yes. Yeah. Yes. All right. I'll have a good one.
Go pump them in the mouth! Let's go!